We've been taught to worship a single idea, that humanity is moving forward, that every decade is an upgrade, that every new invention is a step toward something better. But what if that belief isn't true, but anesthesia? Because when you pull back the noise, you find a darker pattern. Civilizations don't ascend forever. People don't evolve automatically. And the future doesn't improve just because we want it to. What if the myth of progress is the greatest illusion we've ever believed? Progress is comforting. It tells you the world is on autopilot, that someone else, governments, systems, engineers, are steering the ship so you don't have to. It makes you believe you can drift through life and still end up somewhere meaningful. That comfort is the real reward for being born in a modern world. But the truth is colder. Comfort is not progress. Comfort is the great decoy. Across psychology, you see a pattern. The human mind doesn't question what feels good. We question what feels wrong. So if a system wants you obedient, distracted, and passive, it doesn't chain you, it comforts you. And the more comfortable we become, the easier we are to shape, not through force, but through subtle nudges we never notice. Every empire believed it was the pinnacle of human achievement. The Romans, the Mesopotamians, the Mayans, the British Empire. Every one of them believed the future only went upward. And every one of them collapsed. Civilizational cycles follow a brutal rhythm. Hard times create disciplined people. Disciplined people build powerful cultures. Power builds comfort. Comfort weakens discipline. Weakness invites collapse. This pattern shows up in anthropology, in the work of Ibn Khaldun, in the observations of Toynbee, in the coded warnings of the Stoics. These thinkers didn't see history as progress. They saw it as a wheel, turning, unavoidable, predictable. Civilizations rot not because they fail technologically, but because they fail psychologically. They forget the discipline that created their strength. They forget the vigilance that protected them. They confuse luxury with improvement, and comfort becomes their downfall. We tell ourselves we're different because we have technology, as if inventions break the cycle, as if intelligence alone protects us from decay. But technology doesn't guarantee progress. Technology amplifies whatever is already happening. Tools that once served us now serve the systems that shape us. Your phone predicts your thoughts. Your apps decide your habits. Your feeds decide your worldview. Your maps decide where you go. Your choices are pre-selected, pre-ranked, pre-nudged. And all of this feels like progress because it feels easy. But ease is the sedative, the illusion, the trap. Technological progress is not measured by how much we can do, but by how much power we can keep. And right now, most people have less power than ever, but they're too entertained to notice. Convenience is the currency of modern control. Not violence, not fear, just friction removal. When a task becomes easier, we stop thinking about it. We stop questioning it. We stop guarding our autonomy. Convenience doesn't make your life simpler. It makes your mind quieter, your instincts duller, your awareness slower. And power doesn't need to dominate a population that's too comfortable to resist. It just needs them relaxed, distracted, numb. Our ancestors survived because they were alert. We are comfortable because we are not. We like to believe collapse is sudden, a single event, a war, a disaster, a moment that changes everything. But collapse is slow. It starts quietly, with a distraction instead of discipline, comfort instead of competence, entertainment instead of awareness. Today, we have more information than any civilization in history, but less wisdom, more tools, but less capability, more connection, but less meaning. Psychologists call it learned helplessness. Anthropologists call it cultural drift. Historians call it the late stage. And it always looks the same. People become spectators in their own lives. They stop building. They stop watching. They stop defending. When people lose discipline, civilizations lose direction. When civilizations lose direction, they collapse under their own weight. This is not doom. This is the pattern, and we are living inside it. But here's the truth the myth never tells you. Real progress has never come from society. It has always come from individuals. Progress is not the world getting better around you. Progress is you getting better inside the world. Civilizations rise when individuals rise, not the other way around. Real progress looks like awareness in a world that wants you numb, discipline in a world that sells you shortcuts, focus in a world that floods you with noise, sovereignty in a world built on convenience. You don't change the world by waiting for it to improve. You change the world by becoming harder to influence, harder to manipulate, harder to distract. Awareness is the antidote to the myth. When you see the pattern, you stop playing the role. Your job isn't to stop collapse. Your job is to stop yourself from collapsing with it. In a world addicted to comfort, choose discipline. In a world drowning in noise, choose clarity. In a world guided by algorithms, choose intention. This is how you break the myth, not by believing the world will get better, but by becoming the kind of person who does not depend on it. That's real progress. Not civilization level, not technological, personal, deliberate, enduring. The myth of progress tells you time will save you, but time saves no one. Time only reveals who stayed awake and who fell asleep in comfort. Progress is not a destination, it's a discipline, a choice you make when the world tells you to relax. And in the end, the future doesn't belong to those who wait. It belongs to those who remain aware, when everyone else closes their eyes.